How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the very controversial story coming out of Jacksonville, Florida, involving a city inspector. Apparently, she went to this store that is owned and operated by veterans that had flags on top of their building, 2 American flags, and the rest of the flags, I think, were of each branch of the military. Now, apparently, this was against the city ordinance, against city code. So the inspector goes down there to issue a citation. Once she goes inside the store, that's when things go totally the wrong way. There was a video associated with this, which has gone viral. I'll play a little bit of it right here as I'm talking, and I'll place the full thing in the box below. We're going to get to a video, but it won't be that one specifically. We're going to get to a local news story, which explains the whole matter in much more detail. So after we get done watching that video, I'll talk about that video specifically. I'll give you my thoughts about the whole situation. Then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Tonight, a story that is sparking outrage here in Jacksonville and spreading. Newly obtained surveillance video shows a city inspector issue a warning citation to a local business for flying military flags. In the past few hours, the city has responded to this incident. Employees at Jaguar Power Sports on the west side say that the inspector was so disruptive and disrespectful to this customer, who was a veteran, that they asked her to leave.
And News4Jax reporter Eric Avanier is live outside that store to explain how it all started and why that inspector's job may be on the line. Eric.
Well, it all started around noon when City Inspector Melinda Power walked into this store and issued a written warning citation to the owner because she says these military flags that you see posted on the roof here are in violation of a city code. That, of course, sparked a heated exchange of words between the inspector and a customer who just also happened to be a military veteran. When news of what happened went viral, that's when Mayor Curry chimed in on Twitter and to show his support for both the business and the flags. This surveillance video shows City Inspector Melinda Power walking into Jaguar Power Sports and issuing a written warning citation. Employees say the store received a warning for illegal display of flags on the roof. The rooftop display includes 2 U.S. flags, a Jacksonville Jaguar flag, and flags representing each branch of the military. This is a copy of the citation warning. Marcy Moyer is the store manager.
We cater to our men and women, both retired and active in the military. So it was kind of personal. Felt like it was a bit of a personal attack.
A personal attack that got even more personal when employees say the warning caused the customer to be upset. That customer seen in the left side of your screen is a military veteran who thought it was wrong to force store managers to take down the military flags. At one point, Power is seen getting in the man's face.
And she says, so what did you do for this country? And he says, well, I took 3 bullets to the leg. I almost lost my leg for this country. Like, I'm retired. I'm a veteran. And she gets in his face about this close and she says, you did nothing from this country.
The way that she handled the situation was just terrible.
Managers say despite this warning citation, these flags are not going anywhere soon. News of what happened went straight to Mayor Curry's office. In a tweet, Mayor Curry says, I have directed city staff that military flags should be treated the same as U.S. flags. Let them fly. I have reached out to the business owner and will review employee procedures. City of Jacksonville employees are expected to be respectful of our customers. You, the people of Jacksonville. We support our military and veterans, and we appreciate businesses who honor their service. So the flags are here to stay, and the managers here at the store were able to rip up that citation warning. Reporting live, Eric Avanier, Channel 4, the local station.
So, Eric, what will happen to Inspector Melinda Power?
Well, city officials are now investigating the allegations against her, and they will likely take a look at that video as part of their investigation. There's also a good chance that they will be speaking to her supervisor, who is also seen in that video. Keep in mind, he was in this store when that exchange of words went down. So there is a lot to this. And I want to also point out that right after all that happened and word of this got out, there were a lot of veterans who showed up at this store. You're going to hear what they had to say about all of this coming up at 11.
Okay, so you see that, you see what's going on. Now, this was really crazy. First of all, before I even get into it, I just want to say that if the ordinance said that there can't be those flags on top of the building, I understand why she went there to begin with. However, there's a certain way you handle things, okay? You can't just go into a place, disrespect anybody, especially veterans. I mean, She was all in the veteran's face. You saw that part on camera at the very beginning of it, all in his face, talking about you did nothing for this country. That's just over the line. I understand you got to do your job, but you don't have to do that. You need to be kind and courteous. Even if you're getting negative feedback based upon your presence, that does not mean that you have to insult people. All you got to do is handle it with grace. You say, hey, I'm just here doing my job. I have no control of what the ordinance is. That's how you handle it. You don't go there in a very confrontational way. I mean, you're not a police officer. You're not there to arrest anybody. Just do your job and keep it moving. If they're upset, let them be upset, but you don't go and do that. Now, to her credit, she allegedly, and I say allegedly because we don't know if this person that posted an apology on Facebook was her or if it wasn't, and it has since been deleted, but I'll place that apology on the screen before you. To her credit, somebody maybe did give an apology, and I'm not really sure if what was in the apology really jives with what happened, nor am I sure, like I said, if that was even her that came up with the apology. Either way, what she did was really inexcusable. Talking about the man that got shot in the war, talking about you did nothing for this country was crazy. And then on top of that, the store caters to a military base. You're in Jacksonville. It's a military area. Why would you have an ordinance that says no military flags? And beyond that, why would you treat veterans that way? You need to definitely be kind to everybody, especially the veterans who make the country a place where you're able to live without having constant threats from outside invaders. Okay. Moving on a little bit, the mayor came out and said that the ordinance is going to be changed now. I think in the video, they show him tweeting about, well, I've always said that the flag should be flown and let them fly, but that was not the ordinance before, as far as I know. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the box. But I'm glad they changed it. Unfortunately, you had to have a situation like this to happen to change it. It's kind of silly that these things have to go viral before you get any kind of real change. It's a lot more going on in Florida that could be dealt with. You're talking about the crime. You're talking about maybe even natural disasters that happen. You got hurricane season coming up. Why be worried about these flags? It's a non-issue. It's a nothing burger. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that this situation is going to be resolved. They changed the ordinance. I think that this is a lesson to anybody that's in any kind of industry where you got to deal with people that may be upset, that may get irate. Or if you're dealing with sensitive subjects like the military, like patriotism, like the flag, just don't handle it like that. There's a certain way you go about it. I think the young lady that was in the video with the tattoos with the sleeves, she was like, she's handled it the wrong way. And that was my thought from the very beginning. You don't go into a place confrontational and argumentative or antagonistic to do your job. You have a job to do, understand that, but there's a certain kind of way you go about doing your job. And that way is not what she did in that video. So what do you think? Do you think that the woman who was the inspector was right to go in there, issue the citation, and be confrontational and be defensive and be combative? If that's your assertion, please explain to me why. Why is that ever a good thing to do? I've been involved with the people in the public dealing with sales and stuff like that, and I understand people may be upset sometimes. They may be having a bad day. It's your job to come to them and diffuse the situation. They may not be in your job description, but you should do that because as far as I know, part of their requirements being on the job is to be kind and courteous. I think the mayor tweeted that. So if part of your job is to be kind and courteous, then you must also have the art of being able to diffuse a situation to prevent it from getting to a point where now you're all over the internet. You're all over television. You have gone viral. 5 million views in the original video. Now you got media knocking on your door. It's the way you handle yourself in society. And that same logic can be applied to those guys who got arrested in the Starbucks. Okay. If you are told to leave, if you don't buy something, just buy something to leave. Why sit in there acting like you're some kind of martyr for Black Lives Matter or something like that? What are you doing? Just buy a $5 coffee. Okay. Just think, you don't have to always just react with how you feel. And the fact that the woman went on Facebook allegedly and posted an apology kind of lets me know that she may be fueled by this whole social media generation. And it's not necessarily a young or old thing. All people are involved with social media. And what happens, in my opinion, as I close, is that there's a phenomenon in which people that use social media are constantly venting their frustrations in an unfiltered way. And then when it gets to dealing with people in real life, they don't understand how to temper that. You can't do things in real life the way you do on social media. When you're face to face with somebody, that's why a lot of times people that have all kinds of beefs and disagreements on social media are different when they come face to face. But sometimes people are the same on social media as they are face to face, and you can't really do that. So let this be a lesson to her and anyone else. Treat others with respect, treat others kindly, but whatever your thoughts are about this, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.